running around, and then you finally damn a minute and take a gander in the mirror. Like, what in the heck happened? It looks like you've been in a train wreck. It's like, girl, you be thinking you look so cute too. I've been beat bopping around town like I was all cute. And then some guy at the gas station was like, hey, cutie. So, that pumped my head up. So here I am all thinking I'm cute. And I took a gander in the camera. Hot Mess Express. Y'all, I'm so excited. I'm so stoked about this chair. Listen here. I was so excited. I ain't had time to put my... Good morning, Miss GT500. I don't think I got this in here right. How are you doing this morning? Girl, I done been to Goodwill. I went to the moon and back. Half-ass. Hey, Island Life Living. Good morning. Y'all, I had to wash this. I've done washed it. I've been washing it about once a week. I take it off when I'm like, I know I'm going to get my hands wet, or I'm showering, or I got to do dishes, or like something like that. But I had to wash it and leave it behind. And I ran to Rose's to see if they had a chair. Let me tell you about Rose's, y'all. Them chairs look so poorly made. I am telling you, I have never built furniture in my life. I've never built furniture. But I can assure you that I could do a better job than whatever Rose's had going on. The fabric was already peeling away from the frame underneath the chair. The plastic legs, and let me just say, they wanted $130 for this shoddy chair that you could sit in it and feel the wood in the arms of the chair because it was so poorly wrapped with such trash products, quality products. Between, when we're talking about a chair like this, there is the sub chair underneath, there's multiple layers of cushioning, and then there's the top layer of fabric. Those chairs at Rose's were $130, and I'm going to post a clip later so you'll be able to see them. They wouldn't even have lasted me 6 months. I would have sat down in it the wrong way one day or put too much weight on one of them little plastic legs, and them plastic legs would have popped off, hit the roof. I would have been on the floor. $130. So I waited for Goodwill to open because you know me. I was like, I ain't doing this. Good morning. Hey, Ronald, it's going. I said, I ain't doing this. So I went over to Goodwill, and they hooked me right up. As it just so happens, I just realized that they actually had this chair marked up to over $100. Oh, it was $150 is what they originally wanted for this. I'm so excited. Like, literally, this makes me feel so close to my mom and grandma. Like, I know that sitting in this and just, like, curling up on this and, like, reading, I'm just going to feel like home, okay? $150 is what they wanted. For some reason, I guess it's been sitting in there a while. That is quite a bit. Even what I paid is way too much in my opinion. It's Goodwill. These items are donated. We all know that they've been robbing people for years, that they've went up on their prices. That is not the workers' fault. It's the company. It's the company that does that. This was $80. However, hear me out. You ain't going to believe this. I was just looking up prices online. This is absolutely a $2,000 sofa. I can't even believe it. I actually have a knack for doing this. When I first started this channel, this is what I did as a side hustle. I bought and resold and refurbished furniture. So I actually have a knack. So the fact that I found this, I'm so excited because this is for personal use. $80. It was marked down from $150 to $80. Where's my phone? There it is. Oh, so first of all, this chair is big enough for me to actually sleep in if I wanted to. And y'all know I'm gonna, ironically, it's got pink in it, and I'm gonna show it to you. Sorry, I thought there was an animal right there. I'm seeing shit out of my peripheral. Do you see how big? First of all, notice how I have to mount the couch. It's so big, you gotta damn climb up in here. Like, look at this. Oh my God, you guys. So first of all, this is real wood. This is real wood. Oh. Sorry, they're putting cows in the pasture today. Because the other cows got sold and eaten. Don't get attached, because... Don't get attached. Every time there's cute cows, 6 months later they're gone. Don't get attached. They're food. Black Angus. Listen. Look at this. So first of all, this one right here, that is posted for $2,400. I'm going to show you this couch because I know half of y'all going to be like, oh my God, that is so fugly. Listen, you would have had to have grown up in the 80s and 90s to appreciate this. This would have been a piece of luxury furniture in the 1990s and early 2000s. This is what you would have saw in everybody's home that had money. My mother would have dreamed of a chair like this, okay? That she never was able to afford stuff like that. So that one's posted for $2,400, but apparently this is a whole niche, this type of furniture. So we got one over here for $2,100, another one for $2,400. Here's another one for $35. Look at this old ugly, nasty smoke odor chair. They want $1,300 for that. So a lot of these range anywhere from depending on the era. Like some of these from the 1970s, they range from $1,000 to $400, and that's just a small chair. That's nothing like this. I don't know what this is called. Does anybody know what this is called? It's like a day chair. You know what I mean? Like a day bed, but it's like a big ass day chair. Does anybody know what it's called? Hey, Brooke, good morning. Is that Jennifer? Hold on, I'm changing the messages so I can say, hey, Jennifer. Hello, are you good morning, Carl. I hope y'all are doing well. A lot of these are absolutely hideous. Look here. Look at Meemaw's tea chair. See, $1,100, $1,800. You would be surprised. I used to do this as a side hustle, $1,200. I've never ventured into fabric material. I sold hardwood refurbished items. I did not ever venture in to anything with fabric. One, because I didn't think it sold well. But Grandma Tea Chair says different. All of those are thousands of dollars. I mean, it's crazy. And really what they're paying for is the elaborate, like the different style of fabric, because it's just one of a kind. Look at that old ugly thing. Listen, I ain't knocking your yum, okay? I'm not icking your yum. I'm just saying that is crazy that chair is worth $2,300. Anyways, back to my luxury find. I'm so excited. So it's actually in mint condition, and for a chair that's like 20, 30 years old. And I would say that this is probably, if I had my best guess, I would say 2000. I would say early 2000s. And the reason for that is because the material, the pattern of the material, the color of the material, the early 2000s, they were making everything in this yellow. This is real wood. This can be touched up because it is real wood. It can be dyed. It can be sanded. It can be painted. I would never paint it. I'm actually probably going to touch it up. I'm going to find this color. I actually have wood markers. There's a spider on my phone. Come on, man. Can you... Get on, man. Sorry, there's a spider on my phone. I can touch this up with wood marker and also wood putty if necessary. Y'all, it's so heavy. Y'all want to hear something funny? So when I was in Goodwill, there was two very nice guys that were working in there. And this thing's heavy. Okay, because this is real wood and the whole bottom of it's wood. Look at the back pattern before. Look at these beautiful butterflies and dragonflies. Butterflies. I mean, and it's really in just like mint condition and compared. I mean, it's 20, 30 years old, you know? It's beautiful. There's also a pillow. Yes, and it's geese feathers. I ain't never had no geese feather nothing unless it was like my great 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 grandma's damn pillows that I didn't like. No, seriously, my grandmother had like these raggedy, I don't know if they were geese feather, I don't know what they were, but those pillows stunk. They were disgusting, they were heavy, and you could feel all the spines of the feather. Disgusting. Anyways, it's got nice feathers in it. That's also washable. It does need to be cleaned up. We're gonna do that today. I'm so grateful to find this. Oh, so I'm in Goodwill, right? And I actually was so happy to find this. I started to like carry it up to the register. And so if you find an item in Goodwill like this, what you'll do is you'll actually take the sticker off of it. You'll carry the sticker up to the register and you tell them that you found an item in the back, blah, 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 blah. Give them a small description. Say, I want that dress. I want that. Why do people come here and do that? So the guy says, oh, we'll get that for you. And I had already picked this ottoman up. And he goes, I'm surprised you can lift that. I was like, yeah, I lift weights sometimes. Because it's like wood. Y'all, I'm going to have to put you somewhere else. I don't like you there. I don't like you here. Hey. Come to my TED Talk in the shed. The shed TED. The shed TED Talk on my new shed bed. I like it. We need to clean it up. I forgot to grab laundry detergent in the bucket and all that. It looks like a damn day bed, don't it? I mean, for real, 2 people could sit up here. Who wants to come and have a tech talk? Perfect microphone space. You don't say. No way. You lying. That'd be perfect. Who wants to come? TED Talk. Oh God, my hand. Oh, now I can't get out. And then you have to dethrone the throne. I still think $80 was a bit too much, but you know, beggars can't be. They knocked it down from 150. God, it's comfortable. Shit. Okay. Whoever had it took really good care of it. Definitely, I would say early 2000s. If I had my best guess, I would say 2001 to 2005. Real wood, beautiful detail around the wood on the bottom. I do want to touch it up with either some wood stain or a wood pin. Definitely going to clean it. Them raggedy chairs and roses. I was pressured to buy one too. I was like, I was this close. And they're a beautiful pattern. And that's another thing though. That beautiful pattern would never last like this fabric has lasted. And that's the whole point. After the '08 recession, they really stopped manufacturing stuff from cars to homes. Look at all the people in 2025 having a problem with their homes. Their homes are literally falling apart at the damn seams. We're living in the new world where quality is just not what it used to be, and it sucks. It's crazy that I can find a product like this that I can tell is from 20, 30 years ago and it is in mint condition, and I can tell with a little bit of love, a little bit of cleaning supplies, it'll be a great piece for in here. And it would probably last for another 100 years if it's well maintained. That's how they used to build everything. It was built for quality, for longevity. It's not like that anymore. We live in a country where they build things that are cheap so that the consumer has to buy more so that they make more money. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Goodwill, thank you so much. They had a beautiful, beautiful 500-pound dining room table in there with 100-pound dining room chairs. I'm not joking. That table was real wood. It was solid. It was a beautiful piece. It also had the track for the middle, so you can make it, for like 8 people or 10 people instead of 6. It had, what is that called? It's called like an extension for the table. I don't know. Anyways, it was beautiful. It would not even fit in here. It was so big. I did look at it. I was actually looking at the chairs. I was like, damn, I wonder if they'll let me get one of these. Let me buy one of the 6 chairs. Absolutely not. Yeah, absolutely not. So it was $86 altogether because I rounded up because I was just so happy. I went up to the cash register. I told the lady that was working at the register. I had my sticker in my hand. I was like, "Girl, I feel like I'm on the prices right now. Right now, I feel like I am coming down." She started laughing. I said, "I'm so excited about this chair." I said, "I'm so grateful." I said, I needed this bad." Well, that's definitely an endorphin rush. That'll get dopamine. That'll get your dopamine flowing, right? A nice new chair. A nice new chair. Don't say that. A nice new chair. Yeah, it's nice. I think that we need to start by cleaning it. I'm not really sure how I should do that. I know how to clean the pillow. I'm not really sure how to do that. I guess with a brush, like anybody know how to clean fabric? I would use laundry detergent. Laundry detergent. Yeah. Some kind of scrub brush. And lots of towels. Lots of towels. What do you think? So 196 people and nobody's ever cleaned fabric. That's kind of sad. Surely one person has cleaned some fabric. Dawn. Yeah, I'm definitely using laundry detergent. I have the white all clear hypoallergenic. It rained last night. Bad. Looks like it's about to rain now. 76. Yeah, I don't know. I think I'm just gonna get a bucket and a brush. Well, at least I got somewhere to sit. I got my sleeping bag and stuff. You know? Sleeping bag. Sleeping bag. I don't think I'm gonna need it for a while. It's for like cold weather. I need to put those holes up today. I gotta cut wood. What the hell, Bobby? What the helly? What the helly? Y'all, I do not feel like painting the ceiling. But I don't want to start putting shit in here and then not finish, so. Yeah. My hand is broken. That guy said, I can't believe you lifted that. He literally stopped. It was so funny. So there's two pieces. I figured he was going to get the biggest piece. So I walked over and I said, and I lifted this shit up, and he literally stopped what he was doing. He said, I'm surprised you can lift that. I was like, yo, bro, I do a little lifting just here and there. I can't lift that one though. That one weighs about 200. It weighs more than the mirror. Oh wow, they match. Oh, accident. The mirror and the chair match. That's crazy. Like the stuff around the embellishment around the corners and stuff. It kind of matches the mirror. It goes well together. I was gonna do gold in here anyways because that's been my thing for about 30 years. It's so crazy to see it in everybody's houses now. It's like, wait a minute. Yeah, it's cute though. The rustic country thing. Yeah, that's kind of been my thing for like forever because, you know, when you're poor. I love how rich people just stole that. Let's look poor. Like, no hate. I love that you love the country aesthetic. But like Ballerina Farms. Do you know how much money the people got? It's wholesome that they choose to live like that, and it's probably very beneficial for their kids. Don't get me wrong. But don't get it twisted. That's a choice. That's a choice. And they are very happy and wholesome, and I love that for them. But that family is worth millions. She comes from money. He comes from money. That's a choice. And they don't look poor. They just look like Little House on the Prairie 2025. It's cute. It's cute. But it is funny how rustic country has become like it's like what's in right now. Can y'all believe them raggedy chairs? Where did this come from? I was wondering if there was like a manufacturer's thing on the back and I didn't see anything. What the fuck, yo? Let me do this over here. Out of my hand. Here comes another one. I mean, are y'all racing out there? What the hell? Y'all, last night there was a bad storm and the whole road, there was the fire department, the city workers, they had a bulldozer, 5, 6 work trucks, bucket trucks, water fire trucks, regular fire trucks, emergency trucks. I was just like, what the hell? They were out there at 10 o'clock at night when I made it back with the mattress. You know, if them damn people that own that property, if they maintained their property like they were supposed to, them trees wouldn't have been falling on the power lines. But they ain't cut them trees since they moved over there 20 years ago. And the whole property is just ingrown. You know how you drive into somebody's driveway and you drive into their driveway and it opens up and their house is right there? This is the complete opposite. You go to drive in the driveway and everything is so grown in, you can't even get into the property. Causing a bigger problem, which led to taxpayer money being used to prevent city money being used on damn city money being used on damn power being out. Can you imagine how much it takes to get the power company out here, the utility trucks, and to reline all that shit? It's not only dangerous, but it's expensive, time consuming, and it can all be eliminated if people just maintain their property and trim their hedges like they're supposed to. Jesus Christ. These things can range from $2,000 to $10,000. I wish you could be more specific. Not specific at all. You know, I don't see anything. Oh, God. I don't know, homie. I'm just glad it's wood. I didn't think I'd be able to get a real chair. I went on the hunt for a fake chair because I didn't think I could afford a real chair. You know, there's real and fake of everything nowadays, you know. If you know what Temu is or Shein, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I didn't think I could afford a real chair. I'm a real girl. I got real needs. I like real wood and real fabric. It's nice. So funny. So funny. Good morning, y'all. It is beautiful out here today. You got a deal. I know. I can't believe it. $80. That thing's so heavy. My hand hurts from loading it up. I gotta paint that ceiling, which means I gotta get all this shit out of here. That's what that means. What if I don't want? What if I don't care? What if I'm literally never gonna even look up there? My eyes is right here. And where the hell am I gonna put this big ass cherry, homie? What was I thinking? It takes up half the building. It takes up half the building. Shit, is this my bed or my chair? I might be using it as both. Thank you. I like it too. Kristen, I like it too. It's very 90s. I love it. Very 90s. Not bad. Yeah, the chairs that they had at, and this is some kind of animal feather. And that's another telltale sign that it's either late 90s, we're talking like 98 to 99 to early 2000s, is that this has actual feathers in it. I'm not saying they don't sell it no more. I'm just saying that it's not something that you would see readily available on the shelves. So, look at the feathers down in there. And look at the quality of this damn fabric, y'all. This is something that would, I mean, even, it's already clearly at least 20, 30 years old. Even at 20, 30 years old, if it's maintained, look at all these feathers. If it's maintained, it can last 50 to 100 years. This is a nice piece of furniture. Look at them feathers. I think those are duck. Listen, I'm not a taxidermist. Is that? Never mind. It's that's my hair. I'm not a feather connoisseur, okay? I don't know if they're duck or geese. But catty corner, maybe, yeah, over there. Yeah, I'm wondering. I don't know how I'm gonna set everything up yet, and I'm actually gonna cut all of these loose threads off of here. I already went through and started picking off any loose fabric. This is like, I love the butterflies. It really reminds me of the dragonflies. It really reminds me of my grandmother and my mother. They both love that kind of stuff. And this literally is something my mom would have had in her house. It's crazy. Ain't it crazy how you turn into your parent? If you ain't there yet, then you're probably still in your 20s. Don't, it creeps up on you slowly. Slowly. These little things, they just, you don't even recognize it until one day you turn around and it smacks you in the face and you're like, I am my father. It's crazy. It really is. I am every bit of my father. I'm the worst parts of my father and the best parts of my mother. So I'm gonna spin this over here. Okay, I'm gonna get a damn hernia or something. Oh, it's so pretty in the back. That's a damn pretty chair. I'm excited. Yeah, it's really well made. It needs to be cleaned up. Because I just painted, so you don't want to hang up your paint. God, my poor hand. No wonder it ain't never gonna get better. Oh, she's so pretty. Oh, gosh, she's juicy, like bouncy. Look. Oh, God. I can literally sit up here like a baby, y'all. Oh, I love it. All right. We're going to have to clean it. Oh. Okay. Damn, that's some beautiful wood. Definitely need to, if I do get the stain for the rafters, I could stain that too. I definitely have to tape all of this off. It is pretty. I think I might just touch it up with some wood markers, honestly. See how well that takes. Definitely sand right there. There's like a indention. I love this chair. Thank you. There's like a minor imperfection there on the thing that can be filled in. I don't know if wood putty will hold there with it being right there on the end of this. I can try, but I have all that stuff in storage. I got wood putty, wood markers. I can try. I don't know. I don't think it'll stay in there. I think the best bet would be to actually just sand it and then touch it up with a wood marker. That's literally the only imperfection. The arm things look kind of dirty. I can clean that up. Oh crap, let's take the dang stickers off of it. Typical me. Hey, thank you. Betty Davis. Hey, thank you for the memberships, Ego. Hey, my eyes. Yeah, I think it does too. Thank you so much. Welcome to the channel. We're doing Goodwill thrifts today. I think it matches the, it's not as dark, but it still matches. And that's not going to work. That's definitely not going to work. I don't want it to touch the paint. Damn, that's a whole, 2 people could sit on that damn thing. It's so big, y'all. I don't think you can stop them. That thing is. Alright, I need to get all this stuff out of here. I gotta put all this stuff somewhere before I start painting. Welcome to the channel. Crap. Water. I just emptied that. Let them soak. Alright, I'm gonna put you back on the stand, squirrel. Yeah, I put you out here so you can get some fresh air outside. You're outside. Say hey to the trees. Say hey to the country. Hey, country! I wonder if the trees will talk back like the cops did yesterday. So if you didn't see, the cops showed up here. Yeah, internet trolls called the law, made some false allegations, and then the cops showed up, right? I go through this every day. So the cops show up, and they pull in the driveway, and they come walking through the woods, and I'm like, I was on live with you guys, and I'm like, oh God, you guys, the cops are here. So I spin the camera around, and I'm like, YouTube, say hey. And the cop said, hey, YouTube. I was talking to my following saying, say hey to the cops, YouTube. And the cops said, hey, YouTube. Y'all, it's crazy. So funny. That was great. He's like, hey. He's waving. It's like, all right. He's not going to cause problems. You know, when they come at you like that nice, you know you're not going to have a problem. It really makes you put your guard down. Maybe I need to have some training seminars on, I don't know, ethics, empathy, compassion. Let me think. Oh, situational de-escalation. Situational de-escalation. No, that was great. When they come in like that, assholes, you know they're not trying to shoot you in the driveway. This is going to be our suspect board. Y'all know how much the damn rug was at the damn roses? Crazy. And I didn't see any in storage yesterday. Damn. Damn dirt. I didn't see any of those rugs in storage. I think I got rid of them because they were old. Shit gets trapped in home. Walking back and forth. This is a mess. Yeah, those rugs were crazy. Even at Rose's, I was like, where does Rose's get the audacity? And then even when I sat in the chair, it didn't feel safe. I didn't feel safe sitting in the chairs in there. It felt raggedy, like the legs was gonna come through the bottom of the chair like paper mache. The fabric felt fake. I'm glad I found something with real fabric that's a real chair. It just, it's disappointing that this is a new world. I thought technology was gonna make things better. Ain't that funny? We're like one bad day away from nobody having a fucking job and the entire world imploding, but you know, technology helps. Taking everybody's job. It helps. Making everybody's children off themselves. It helps. Yeah, that's absolutely what they're saying. Hello, One Family, 4 Ages. Damn, now I ain't got no chair. I don't need to sit down, because if I sit down, I ain't getting back up. I've had a horrible week. I'm gonna paint today, I guess. I don't want to do nothing. I'm gonna sit on my ass. water. Electrolytes. Good morning. I got a chair. It's actually like a day bed. Oh, my hip feels like it's trying to pop. Oh, yo. I've been having something going on with my hips lately. I think they're aching for a cycle ride. I know that sounds crazy. I really do. I think they're aching for a cycle ride. If you've worked out for long periods of time and your body's used to it, and then sometimes, I don't know, let's say you go a week without working out, sometimes your back will start hurting. That's your body screaming for a workout. That's how my body works. If I go too long, usually my lower back, if I miss 4 or 5 days of working out, my lower back will start to hurt. That's crazy. And now that I started cycling, if I go days without cycling, my hips start to feel funny. It feels like they need to pop, but like, it also might be that I need to stretch more. I do quite a bit, but probably not enough. Definitely gonna have to get your ass the damn paint. I don't feel like painting, if I'm being honest. I don't feel like doing nothing. It's a big ass chair. I like it. I definitely need to put a rug down. Definitely need to put a rug down. My hand hurts too, so I'm just like, stuff is like flying up my nose, y'all. I'm under attack. Might be dust. Yeah, I need to figure out what I'm doing here. I gotta be up there all day. I bet he's goddamn. I'm telling you, when the zombie apocalypse happens, I'm going right to his property. He's tried and true. I know he's a good pilot. He's got I hear him every day. Every day. He'll be back in a minute. Give him 30. He'll be back. Be like, yo, I got 14 cases of canned goods if you can take me to the damn island somewhere. Ah! You hear him going by? Yeah, he flies all the time. Every day. Every day. I need to get it together, y'all. I ain't been right all week. You know, with my PMDD, it switches up on me. I've noticed that for the past 3 years now since I've been diagnosed. It's crazy. It switches up. It switches up. I would say at the beginning of the spring and the start of fall, so twice a year. So with premenstrual dysphoric disorder, you go through waves. The best way I can describe it is like you get 10 days of happiness and 20 days of absolute hell every single month. So it affects more of your mental health, and it is related to your menstrual cycle. It's underdiagnosed, under-researched, and under-talked about. It's my belief that there's a good portion of women that have it. I don't know how many they claim to have it, but I would be willing to bet that upwards of 15% of the female population actually have it. And that's just a guesstimation on my part from other numbers dealing with female stats and mental health. Let's see. What percentage of women have premenstrual dysphoric disorder? I need to get it together. I don't want to. I got a chair. I got a bench. I got a bed. I got a bench. I got a chair. Oh, I can. Guess what I can do with that, baby squirrel? My bench press on that. I can use that as a bench to lay on. Ah, it's all cushiony. Definitely needs to be clean. We'll clean it. No worries. I love it. What percentage of women have premenstrual dysphoric disorder? Welcome to the country. It says 1 point. Okay, so they've upped it. So last year in 2024, this gives me hope because this means that research is being done and data is being collected. So last year they said that approximately 1.6% of the female population had this. But listen to this. This year, they said that 3 to 8% of the female population has this. And like I said, I would say upwards of 15% because of the fact that it's underdiagnosed, it's under talked about, and medical professionals don't. I walked into a Planned Parenthood and nobody in the building knew what premenstrual dysphoric disorder was. That's a health department, homie. And nobody in the building knew what it was. That's a huge problem. That's a huge problem. Very big problem. So now they're saying 3 to 8%. This gives me hope. It gives me hope. So you go through bouts. Like, I don't know how you go through depression, anxiety. I mean, you go through the worst. Some women even borderline on homicidal and suicidal tendencies. It's really, the best way to describe it is a weekly roller coaster. Every week, your mental changes. Your mental, how you're feeling mentally changes. So, at the beginning, right after your period, you start 1 week, which would be right before the ovulation. Then you have the week of the ovulation. Then you have the week before the period. And then you have the week of the period, right? Your mental health bounces through these weeks with your cycle. So every week you're faced with, you don't know. I mean, and that's the thing. After years of tracking, I've been able to start pinpointing and listening to my body and feel these episodes coming on every week. I can look at my app and see where I'm at, and I'll be like, okay, it's the week before ovulation. Shit's gonna be crazy this week. And that week you'll be extremely, extremely depressed. It affects everything. It affects your job. It affects how you raise your kids. It affects your relationship with your spouse. It affects your relationship with your families. Women are known to straight up quit their job. Women have killed their husbands. This is so under talked about. And then when women do these things, people just say, oh, she's crazy. No, there's a mental health reason why she snapped that day. And she probably doesn't even understand it because people don't even talk about these things. You know, it affects every single woman differently. I've noticed that when the seasons change in the spring and then again in the fall, my mood cycle changes. So typically, I'm extremely hungry. I feel really fat and bloated, really fatigued, low energy. I'm depressed. I'll have body dysmorphia. I'm isolating. All of that is like the week prior to the period, typically, okay, in the summer months, from the spring to the summer. And then after I have my period, I have bouts of insomnia where I'm kind of running on mania and I'm super happy and I don't need a lot of sleep and I don't need a lot of food. And I go through that for about 10 days before another part of the cycle starts. And I've been able to pinpoint these things, but something I've noticed is for the past 2 years, I've really started to hone in on the fall and the spring. Things kind of shift. It's hard to, I go through different, bi-weekly, it'll shift, the process. I don't know how to explain it, but the longer that I'm dealing with it and the longer I'm studying myself, the more I'm starting to understand it. And the more I'm understanding why medical professionals are not able to pinpoint these things, because like I said, I'm switching. So in the fall, in the spring, at the start of the first 6 months, in the spring, right before my period, I have all of those things I just listed off. And these things are so bad. These things are not typical period symptoms. These things are so bad that they absolutely affect your daily life to the point to where you don't even pick your kids up from school, or you quit your job on a short notice, or you just don't even go to pay that bill and just say screw it. Like, these are severe symptoms. This is not typical anxiety. This is not typical depression. This is not typical fatigue. These things are so overbearing that patients, it becomes too much for them to take on, and they typically have a lot of life problems, like myself. So in the spring, I go through, I'm trying to figure out how to break it down because it's hard to describe. In the spring, like I said, you'll go through fatigue, all of these horrible symptoms where it's like PMS symptoms, but 10 times worse. And it's right before you start your period. Once you start your period, you feel great for about 10 days. Then this cycle starts again. And in the fall, this cycle changes. Right now, I'm going through the ass end of a cycle before I even had my cycle. It's very difficult for me to describe what I'm trying to say. I've noticed that with the weather change, I know that sounds crazy. I've noticed that with the season change, it changes my PMDD symptoms. I don't know if it's the weather. It's got to be. Because at the start of the spring, for about 6 months, everything, I can pinpoint when I'm going to be going through these cycles and how it's going to affect me on a daily basis. Something happens during the season change where that cycle gets thrown off and it gets turned upside down, and a whole new mental health cycle starts with my cycle. Am I making any flipping sense? So for instance, right now, I'm supposed to be extremely fatigued, not full of energy, not able to eat. Like, that's what I've been going through for the past 6 months every time I would go through my PMDD cycle. Like I said, a few years back, about 3 years ago, I started picking up on this. 2 years ago, I really started tracking it through the period app. I think it was spring when I recognized this, when I really honed in. So, spring, I just went through 6 months of the cycle that I'm starting on now. Last spring, I really honed into this. I'm like, wait a second, I'm supposed to be doing this, this, and this. I'm supposed to be going through mania. I'm supposed to be not eating right now. I'm supposed to, and it wasn't happening. I was at a different part. I swear to God, it's the weather. I do. I think that the weather change, something happens in the body. I don't know. Is it chemicals? I don't know. I think something happens because I should not be feeling like I'm feeling right now. Like, things have been really rough, but it's switched up. It's switched up. I don't know how to explain it. One day I'll be able to explain it. Give me 2 more years of research and I'll be able to explain it. It's crazy. It's really crazy. I mean, in my opinion, there's an honest explanation for most things. It's just that, like I said, it's under research. It's really sad, actually, because I do believe that, and I'm glad to see that they changed that percentage to 3 to 8%, because last year we read that, and I was really disappointed. I was like, there's no way. I literally have met women that had this, and they didn't even recognize it, but I could recognize it in them. We worked together in very close quarters and even lived together. So, some doctors might say, oh, they're bipolar. I think that's dumb. I think trying to classify someone with bipolar when you haven't even taken into account that it could be premenstrual dysphoric disorder is crazy. And it's medical malpractice. So, but where's the money? Where's the money? For premenstrual dysphoric disorder, you don't necessarily need meds. You know what you do need meds for more often than not? Bipolar disorder. So where's the incentive? The incentive is to push mental health drugs over properly diagnosing people, in my opinion, and they've been doing that for years. That's no secret. But yeah, it's under-researched, under-diagnosed. I am happy to see that changed. Y'all, I'm about to go and get ready for painting. We're also going to wash this chair. I don't want to, but I need to. I need to get it together today. I need to get it together. Y'all gonna help me paint? Hey, Angela. I'm nowhere near menopause, babe. Women that get it in their 30s, they're typically obese. Yeah. If you want to kind of prevent menopause from sneaking up on you at an earlier age, take care of yourself. Your body will naturally push that shit off to when you're supposed to be having it. Be careful about what you're eating and the medications you're taking, because in my opinion, it can affect those things. Menopause. It can absolutely, just like hormonal birth control, can make you fertile. Infertile? Infertile. You know, you need to be very careful. That's one of the reasons that I have a channel, because I care about women and I care about women's health. I really care about mental health, substance abuse, treatment. But yeah, the modern world is all about medications and pills, and now look at a generation of women that can't birth children. Oh my God, y'all, I gotta go, but like, listen, one of my favorite little channels, they're an Italian couple. Do you know them? He's Italian, and then she's American, and they got together, and they've been on an IVF journey. They finally got pregnant after, like, I think they've been together for almost a decade, homie. 6-7 years. And they ain't been able to have a kid. They done went everywhere spending money trying to do an IVF journey, and they finally just got pregnant. I'm so happy for them. They are literally going to be the best parents ever. Like, literally the best parents ever. So happy. Happy, happy, happy. Happy. Oh. Yeah, healthy diet will push that shit off. Push it off. You know what I was reading about? Did I tell y'all about that vitamin D thing that I was reading about? That's why everybody's going bald. That and mental health drugs. Yeah, they were talking about how the thinning of the hair is a vitamin D deficiency. That explains it. And then they started the war on milk. Remember that? Now everybody, they got all these youngins thinking they're lactose intolerant and shit. They got gluten allergies. And I don't doubt, you know, some people actually probably have those problems, but a lot of it, it's the whole sunscreen thing, you know. So they tell you that the sun is bad for you. They tell you need sunscreen. Tell you not to go outside, you'll get sun cancer. And now everybody's in the house with their hair falling out, depressed, stuck on mental health drugs, eating crap. Where was the lie? I'm just saying. It's like the government perpetuated everybody damn dying, homie. They over here facilitating our deaths, trying to kill us. Sorry, I'm trying to clean up my workstation. I know I said I was going, but I can't go until I clean up my workstation. I got ADHD. I don't know about you, but it affects me. It really does. Alright, is that everything? Alright, kids, we're going to come back and I'm going to teach you how to paint, son. Alright? I'm going to put some ice in my cup, like I'm bougie. Might as well. Y'all, I love my chair. Y'all like my chair? I like my chair. I'm so excited about it. It's pretty big, but, you know, and I'm not much of a red fan, if I'm being honest, but I don't really care. It makes me feel like Grandma and Mama's house, you know? Oh, you're falling. I don't care. I just needed something to sit my ass in, you know? Oh. Y'all, I'm gonna run and we're gonna paint. But I gotta get my life together because I've been at Goodwill and I had to get vape pods this morning. So I've been running all over town. Thank you. Thank you, Miss GT 500. Thank you. And we're gonna podcast. We're gonna work out and stuff in here. Yeah, it'll be nice. Well, I love you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later. And I hope y'all are having a good Friday. And I'm gonna come back a whole new person. Okay, I'm gonna get my life together for real. Bye, Derry. Happy Friday. I'm gonna go eat and have lunch and clean up. Be safe. I'm glad to see you.